Okay.
Yeah. So I was not gonna ever marry again.
Yeah.
I was just gonna be single and free, enjoying my life, not hormonal, but I was just gonna date and be free.
Yeah.
So lo and behold, I see a person, and immediately the smile got me. And I was minding my own business on a hiking trip. You know, I was a part of a group that went hiking and did volunteer work and all that. So this new person comes out, just with the rest of us has been doing it for a while. She was the only new person there. But her...
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
But I have to look out for the fellas right now.
Yeah.
And ask you this.
Yeah.
So for that man, that middle-aged man, that late middle-aged, the man's in his late 40s, 50s, even 60s, divorcee, went through a tough marriage, tough divorce, no telling what that man has gone through. Having gone through that, and knowing that you didn't foresee marriage in your future because of just everything you poured into the first go round. How did you get back out there? So, a lot of men sometimes, get to the point to where, and I've had these conversations where it's like, hey man, I don't trust them, but I don't like being by myself, and I still want something of substance. But I've been out of the dating game for 20, 30 years, so, and the dating game now is so much different from what it used to be. Back then, I would meet someone out. Nowadays, everything seems to be online and apps. What were some of the things that you did to put yourself in places to meet women and to where there's no pressure per se, for those men that want to meet women, that are looking for a good woman and just not really into the whole dating app sort of a thing? What things did you do?
Well, there are, and I found this through a friend of mine, there are groups that they call meetup groups. Okay. Not dating groups, but they're meetups. Some people like to hike. Some people like going to different restaurants. Some people like games, like different games. So just about anything you like to do, there's a group of people that like to do those same things. And they call meetup groups. They're all over the U.S. And I think maybe some of them might be in some other countries, but I know they're all over the U.S.
Yeah. And how did you find it? Was it like online, or did you just
a person told me about it.
Okay,
and so I had a best friend that told me about it. So I went on and I typed in just meetup groups in my area. And a whole list just pops up.
Okay, yeah.
And then from there, you can look down the list, or you could type in your interests. If you like to bowl, if you like outdoor activities, if you like archery, or whatever you like, you type those things in, and then those groups will specifically pop up. Okay. And once they pop up, you can read a little bio, you can read a little bio about the group and what they're about. And those are people that like those interests. Okay. So what I wanted to do is, it took me, I took 2 years or so just to kind of just breathe. Yeah. And then I was ready just to go out and have fun, because I would just work and go home. Yeah. Work and go home. Work, take care of my mom, go home. Yeah. But I wanted to get out. I wanted to be around people again. Not necessarily to date, but just to be around people. Yeah. So I found meetup groups that I enjoyed. Those groups, like I say, we go out to dinner, we would go hiking, or we would volunteer different things. So what you have to do, you go in and you put in your profile, give them a profile shot. It could be a head shot or full body shot. Give them your age and tell them a little something about yourself. And then you send that off to the group. Okay. So the group leader, what they would do, they would look at your profile and look at your bio and all of the interests, and then they would send you a reply back, welcome to the group. Okay. And then you become a group member. And as a result of that, they have dates of different things that they're doing. Okay. Yeah. And what you do is you just choose something that you want to do. You have to go in and click on that you're going to attend. And once you do that, your face pops up with everybody else's face that's going to be
so
there.
You can see who all
you can see who all's going to go. You can see how many people. Yes, just and it's not a dating site. It's just I enjoy playing cards.
Yeah.
I enjoy board games. Yeah. So I'm going to come to this meetup group. Yeah. You know, when you
go, people
that
you automatically come in the door have something in common.
Exactly,
so
you got something in common.
Meeting people, kind of get back in the swing of
things. Okay. So you know, you go and say, I'm Michael, and you know, I'm new to this group, and everybody will welcome you, and then you become a part of the group. Yeah. You can organically check people out if you want to do that.
Right.
You know, without saying, hey, I want to date again. Yeah. But I'm just checking you out. You're just hanging out. You're hanging out. You get a chance to talk to them. Yeah. You get to see their mannerisms because that's so vitally important. You want to see people when they don't know you see them.
Yeah.
That's the best way for you to really get a general idea of a person, how they are. And that's how I met my current wife.
Yeah.
You know, we were on a hike.
Meetup group.
Yeah, we were on a hike and everybody was like 10 of us. And I just felt attracted to the smile. That was it.
Yeah.
And so as we went up the mountain, everybody was talking, but eventually it ended up being just the two of us talking to each other. And that felt kind of good.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't had that feeling in just so many years.
Yeah.
So what happened, one of our, I'll make it quick. One of our, the one that, you have a person that spearheads the hike. So she got really, really dizzy and she fell out. Just so happened, my wife, she was there and was able to grab her. Yeah. She said, person fell out. I won't call her name because, you know.
Yeah.
So when she did, I immediately ran over and grabbed her on the other side.
Okay.
So long story short, my wife and I took care of this person. And we ended up having to call 911 because she never came around.
Okay.
But we ended up taking her back down the mountain with medic. Once they got there, we all went back down. Some of the people in the group, they kept going. Yeah. But my wife, she said, no, we're going to make sure you're okay. Yeah. I like that. That just resonated. Yeah. It was a characteristic that resonated with me.
Yeah.
So we came back down the mountain and medic got her in there. And while medic was checking the hike leader over, we kind of stood out and small talked, and she said, my wife, she said, well, we should exchange numbers. I said, okay, I like that.
A woman that knows what she wants.
Yeah, exactly. So we exchanged numbers, and so that night she was still in my brain, and so I just shot her a quick text. I said, hey, we made a great couple.
Team.
Great team today. And she texted back and said, yeah, we really did. So she called me the next day and we small talked. Went to lunch, and no, I take that back. The following week, I was volunteering for another group. It was a volunteer food group where we putting food together for the homeless.
Okay. Yeah.
And so she shows up, and the way I reason she showed up is once we start dating, she said, you know, I saw on the meetup that you was going to be at this particular meetup.
Platinum.
Yeah. And so I wanted to talk to you more, and so I decided to go to the meetup. So again, that's a way you can actually meet people without meeting people. Yeah. Without being in that uncomfortable position of, well, I gotta have this question, I gotta ask. So for a person that hadn't been out there in a while, I would say meetups is probably one of the best ways to get out and meet people.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what's up. So I'm trying to. We kind of hit a. So we kind of.
I know.
Hey, baby, that's good.
Generate another question.
Yeah, exactly. So getting back to how the characteristics and traits of a woman impacted men. So those traits that you saw.